Turn that off, Gemma. Stand up from the shed with new celebrity endorsement. These are the people who've shown their love for the show. Edmonds. Terry Nutkins! Bob Carroll-Gees! Bob Carroll-Gees! Auto captions on. And finally, the Crankies, everybody. The Crankies. The Crankies are big fans of the show. Where's my microphone? Say microphone. It is my hairbrush. Good evening, everybody. Good evening and welcome. Welcome to Stand Up from the Shed. Oh, I hope you're all well. Good evening, self-isolators. Good evening, homeschoolers. Good evening, everyone else. I hope you did your round of applause for the NHS. Yes. Which... Okay, back to me now. But how arrogant am I to stage this show directly after a round of applause for the NHS? It just feels like I can cruise in on that goodwill. Well, welcome to the show. I'd just like to say, this is now Stand Up from the Shed, or SUFTS, as the kids have been calling it. Thank you all for joining me. 107 people have joined already. It's wonderful. I feel a bit like Joe Wicks. Obviously, we started off, we had 500 viewers, 25,000 people watched on catch-up, and now we're down to just the hardcore few now. We're now down to the people who, the novelty's worn off, hasn't it? What you can hear in the background is Gemma's got herself a little gadget. What have you got there? Oh, that's annoying. Because the thing... Stop playing with it a minute. The thing is, this is split... It splits the audience, this. Basically, Gemma's laugh. I know she's restraining it, and I don't want that. This is... In this shed, I've told people before, this is the most time we've spent together in 10 years of marriage. So this is... I need that laughter. I can't... Thing is, some people are saying it's lovely, it's infectious, and it makes people feel happy. But other people are saying it's downright irritating. So anyway, welcome to the show. We're keeping the laugh in. I do love her laugh. I think it's genuinely lovely. It's what attracted me to her, if I'm being honest. And I want to say a few shout outs. First of all, I want to explain. I think I'm looking a bit feral as well. My sideboards have gone a bit proper sort of. I don't know, they're sort of rustic is the word. I look like someone who could survive entirely on roadkill at the moment. And my skin's sort of gone a bit weird. I think, and this shed now is starting to smell. I feel like I'm in some sort of chicken hutch at the moment. But here we are. Anyway, it's show number 3, the difficult third show. This started off as a bit of a sort of, what was it? An ego boost to cry for help. And now I've realised I've got to create new stuff every week for you lovely people. So thank you all for joining me. I want to do a few shout outs. A few people have contacted me. I want to shout out to Rachel Mary. I asked what people have been doing. She's been learning to rumba with an 11-year-old. I do trust that you know the 11-year-old, Rachel. Otherwise, that's incredibly odd. But she's rumba-ing, Jem.
I love it.
What's rumba?
It's a Latin American dance.
It's a Latin American dance. Incredible. Do you, I don't know if you know this, but me and Gemma, we did salsa, didn't we, love?
Yeah.
And it's very odd because we went there on the first day and we thought we'd be dancing together, you know, close proximity, beating hearts, the sweat, the testosterone, the pheromones. I saw Gemma for about 16 minutes, which was at the start when we got a drink, and then I never saw her again. They just passed you round, didn't they? They passed people, they're passing people round like a joint at a student party. And I mean, this is the thing, Gemma doesn't like being spun round, which makes salsa absolutely pointless. Honestly, she felt like she'd had about 11 Jaeger bombs, But here we are, it's show number 3, and I also want to say, me and Gemma have got something in common, because obviously she's got this laugh. There it is. She's reining it in though, that's an 80% at the moment.
Let me warm up.
She's got to warm up, she's down there. So anyway, she's got this laugh. What I've got is this has genuinely happened to me, at a gig in Lincoln. I don't know if I've told you this. The gig was going quite well, and one woman was whispering at the back. She looked uncomfortable. I said, "What's the matter?" She said, "Your voice is giving me a migraine." You are making me genuinely ill. I mean, what a heckle that is. Incredible. I cannot tolerate your voice. And that was a tour date. I was the only act on. What the hell? She had to leave. She had to leave. I'm whittling out anyone's medical problems. I was like a reverse Jesus, just giving people ailments to go home with. And people always say, I remember, because Gemma does put up with a lot, and people always say, you know, what is it like to be living with a comedian? And do you remember, we were in Edinburgh once, and a woman was on the bus, and she said to Gemma, "Oh, what's your husband do again?" She says, "Oh, he's a comedian." "Oh, I bet it's great living with him. I bet you two never stop laughing." And Gemma looked at her as if to say, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah, it's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious." But here we are. This is our date night, isn't it? This is it. And I need this girl here. She's a captive audience. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not going to... People are saying, well, can't you do anything about that laugh? No, because I'm going to tell you this now, right? This is... On a Thursday is the day of the week where I really pull my weight. I cook, I clean up round the house, I deal with the kids, because I can't alienate my only audience member. I can't piss off the one person who's going to laugh with me. It's not even on the agenda. Okay, so we're going to round up the week. What's been happening, Gemma? What's been happening? Anything? Cracking contribution. She made a bolognese tonight. People had, you know what someone said they had tuna pasta and apple. What sort of feral that's someone who's really running out. That's Laura. She's running out of shit at the back of the cupboard. Someone said, "Am I in Star Trek?" No, it's a designer. It's Lyle and Scott. This is the thing now. I'm letting myself go now. Anyway, anyway. So what's been happening, Gemma? We've made a spag bowl tonight. A lot of other people have had bits and bobs. Some people have got no food left now. They're rummaging around in the back of the cupboards for anything. But here's the thing I've noticed. Some people still aren't getting the message about self-isolation, love, are they? They're still not getting the message. This week, I think we're going to call this social distancing is an appropriate name, right? Because when we get over this, we'll know which of the dickheads we have to avoid. We genuinely will. This is a week where a man, I don't know if you saw this, a man drove 224 miles to pick up some windows he'd bought on eBay. Mate, this is incredible. They were 15 quid, love. 15 quid for some windows. What are they made of? Lego? 50, he drove. And 200, and the best thing was, right, his wife, love, was in the boot. So he prioritised the windows over his wife. That was like a scene from Goodfellas, isn't it? I mean, I don't know where the kids were, probably in the roof box. But people are horrified at this, but I mean, to be fair, someone travelling in the boot, that's how we got to most holidays in the 80s. You know. But you could argue, right? It's a good job they stopped him. The police stopped him and said, "Is this?" Of course, it's not a necessary journey. I mean, it's a good job they didn't intervene, love. He was about to turn back for the rest of the conservatory. But so anyway, here's what I'm saying. We get released now on Sunday, don't we, love? Our parole comes up on Sunday. We're out for good behaviour. Someone said the laughing is awesome. It makes the show. You see. Yeah, thank you, Andrew. Her laugh is amazing. Thank you. Back to me, though, guys. I'm doing all the work here. So here's what I've noticed. We're out of self-isolation on Sunday, aren't we, love? We've got parole. Yeah, I've had a drink. We've got parole, but the boredom has started to kick in now. I don't know if it's kicked in for you.
Before.
But way before. When she started doing these shows with me, I think. Because what it is, it's been like a window into my retirement, this, right? And I hope my retirement is better than this. I really do, because I've got no money, no pension, and the worst thing is the kids are still at home, you know. But these days do feel like a glimpse into those future years, right? And I'm not looking forward to it. It's tedious. Last Tuesday, I griddled some aubergines. That was it. That was my entire achievement for the day. I needed the toilet, but I decided to hold it in just so I'd have something in the diary for Wednesday. I can't wait to Friday. You know what I'm doing on Friday, love? Checking on the bird feeders. Come on! Here's the thing as well. 2020 is going to be the year where your bin went out more often than you did. Some of us have forgotten when bin day is, right? Now, for many of us, that's it. But that's the closest we get now to an adrenaline rush. You know, putting that bin out is a night out now. I did ours tonight. I really enjoyed it. I slowed right down, did you? I had a little G&T on the end of the fence. I made a proper day of it. I'm going to go and do the bottles later. That'll be like getting a kebab. And we've got people, at the moment, we've got people running errands for us. Someone says, I need a new brush. This is a top-of-the-range microphone, David. This is a lot of money. It's not a brush. This is the blankety-blank of microphones, my friend. It's like Wogan when he had his wand. This is mine. We've got people running errands for us, right? Now, at the moment, they're going to the shops for food, aren't they, love? And they've been really kind and stuff. And it feels like we've got staff. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not telling them we're out of self-isolation. I'm going to keep this going, man. I'm going to ring up that, what is it, Mary. She's 86 and high risk, but she can get me some biscuits. Do you know what I mean? But because I think as well, if we were rich, love, I think if we were rich, we would turn into absolute arseholes. Most people would. We've had a little taste of it this week, and I quite like it. Because on our honeymoon, right, we went to Malta. It was a luxury hotel, first time we'd ever been, 5 stars, wasn't it, love? And we were out of our depth, right? On the first day, we were getting waited on round the pool, hand and foot, right? And it was uncomfortable. Like, we were both saying, oh, what, this lad here but he's paying nothing. He's coming and topping our drinks up. He's rushing back for olives and stuff. I don't like it. The bar's only over there. Within 3 days, it had changed, man. We went from down to earth to London gentry in the flap of a pigeon's wing. I mean, not a pigeon. That's way too common. What's a posh bird? Kate Middleton. In the flap of in the wave of a Middleton. We went to absolute arseholdom. Honestly, someone top up my bloody Chardonnay. Take the iPad off my genitals. It's burning me. We've sat here for 3 minutes now. I'm dry, Pablo. I'm dry. We've started. Here's the other thing now. We have reached. It's week. What is it?
Week 2.
Oh God, it's only week 2. Surely it's more than that. Oh God, I feel like Andy Dufresne in Shawshank Redemption. We're going to have to put a poster over the shed wall and tunnel out. Here's the thing, right? Haircuts. People have... The most Googled thing this week, how do I cut my own hair? Closely followed with, how do I knit my first bobble hat? Right? Because listen, right, some of these poor people, they went into lockdown looking respectable. They're going to come out like far-right extremists who live in the woods. People are having a go. You can't cut your own hair. How can you cut your own hair? I can barely do the toenails on my left foot. Never mind hack away at my bonds with some child. Well, yeah, I can't hack away at my bonds with some child's scissors and a makeup mirror. It's not going to happen. But do you know what? I think we should go the whole hog, right? And create the salon experience, right, in your own house. What do you reckon, Gemma, right? You phone yourself for an appointment, right? You spread out some magazines in the hallway. Ask yourself where you're going on holiday. Nowhere. It's been cancelled, mate. Right? And then you have to complain to yourself that it's not what you wanted. Here's the thing, we're going to be speaking to my parents later. Mags and Roy, they're at the other end of the phone, they're waiting, plectrums in hand. Don't know why my dad calls it that, but boom, little bit of filth creeping in. There's a lot of neighbours watching this, but I don't have to see them again for 2 months because I can be as blue as I like. My mum's actually a hairdresser, so my dad is probably the most. He's good. His situation being locked in is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because effectively, right, he's got a hairdressing on tap as that man. And like my mum, like she normally cuts old ladies' hair, don't they, love? And they're really old. Seriously, they're clinging on to life, man. It's only the warmth of the dryers keeping them alive. Right? In 1 January, seriously, in one cold snap, she lost 3 in a week. 3. She's dangerous, isn't she? She's what is this woman? She's like Sweeney Todd. Harold Clipman, Tony and I. She's the Trim Reaper. Thank you. That woman is the Perminator. Good night, everyone. I can do puns when I need to. But those weren't funerals for Mags. They were trade fairs. Do you know what I mean? But here's the interesting thing, right? She's pessimistic as well. The numbers are creeping up. 179. Fantastic, man. Right. She's pessimistic, my mum. To her, an optimist is someone who checks whether you need glasses. And those glasses are definitely half empty. But here's the thing. She actually bought me this, right? What she does is she buys me like inspirational products. Like, you know, with quotes on. Do you know what I mean? She got me this, right? She got me this book here. I don't know if you saw it. It says, "Be the change." I'm going to hold that up for you, everyone. Be the change. Can you see that? Yeah. That's because you can't get one with "sort your shit out" on. Do you know? She got it from Poundland, people. Poundland. If you're looking for inspiration in Poundland, you've hit rock bottom, haven't you? That's like going into Greg's and expecting to see "Only God Can Judge Me" burnt into the top of a sausage roll. You're in the wrong place. But they sell loads of this stuff in there, don't they? I've got another one here. Look, this is another one. Coasters. Follow your dreams. Look, like you get mugs that say "Leap and the net will appear." My favourite one, genuinely, in Beeston, where I live, right? 2 tea towels. "Honesty is an expensive gift. Don't waste it on cheap people." They were 2 for £1. I mean, but we're in a whole new world now. A whole new world, people. We're in a world of Skype now. And with it has come some problems. Skype etiquette, right? Okay? There's a trend at the moment, love, where people are having business meetings and their partners are walking in butt naked. Right? And I'm sure that's very funny now, but remember, this will be over one day. And you've got to go for Christmas drinks. And the partners might be invited. And then it's going to get proper awkward, isn't it? "Hello, Susan, I remember you. I'm sorry I didn't recognise you with your clothes on. Are you growing it long?" I mean... And many people, right, they've turned in their keeping their cameras off on Zoom, Skype and Google Hangout, right, because they're naked. I mean, I can understand it on Zoom and Skype, but Google Hangout, that sounds like that's the place to do it, doesn't it? How can they seriously think you can maintain a professional work environment, right? Your backdrop is a laundry basket of dirty washing, right? You're wearing sweatpants. You've got a stained T-shirt with no underpants on, and every so often one of your naked 5-year-old co-workers comes into shot riding on the back of the family dog. And I'm going to tell you this, right, before we move on to wrapping up the show at the end, right? I need to tell you this, right? Because I think everyone is genuinely trying to practice mindfulness, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are like it's a serious thing, and before all this happened, I was interested in all this stuff. I went to a relaxation class, people. Now I'd love to tell you more about that, but I fell asleep. I slept through the entire thing. All I heard was "Good evening, ladies." That was literally, and I woke up, just an hour later, just me and the instructor. That was it. Everyone else had gone home. I'd paid 25 quid for a nap. Do you know, and if that wasn't bad enough, do you know where the place was? It was at my daughter's primary school, which is a 3-minute walk from my house, which contains my actual bed. And do you remember, like, when we thought that colouring in was the answer? That was a weird year, wasn't it? Like, we were like, oh, shade your way out of your problems, Steve. I know your wife's left you, you're never going to see the kids again, but here's a picture of a peacock, knock yourself out. I don't know why we didn't just cut out the middleman, right, and have a picnic in Ryman's. That doesn't make sense, picnic in Ryman's. What have I said, picnic? I meant therapist. Why did I say picnic? This is what this shed's doing to me, man. It's like a Faraday cage in here. He's sending me wappy. I mean, I was in here 3 months before the pandemic. That's the real scary thing. And I think it's tiredness as well at the moment. Like we honestly, seriously, at the moment, sometimes we're in bed before the end of EastEnders. That's all you're doing. You're sleeping more. And we're knackered all the time. Like, I mean, even before all this happened, our romantic nights in, me and Gemma, were a disaster. Because we'd always say the same thing. She'd say to me, like, I'd try and make an effort, and she'd say, "What are you doing?" I said, I'm on Netflix, love. I'm going to put something on for us to watch. I thought it would be romantic. What time is it? Well, it's just gone 9 o'clock. Why? Well, you can put it on, but we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. What do you mean? I said, we're not going to make it. I was like, come on. Now you've passed the cut-off. Do the calculations, you dickhead. It's 9:30 now. If this goes on, a couple of pauses for a few wheeze, a few brews, this will creep into midnight. That's not going to happen. It's lunacy. All serious. And I was like, come on. I'm not leading into battle. It's just a film. Please, love. And I made a stance. I said, this is not happening. We're not going to be like my mum and dad. You know, unable to stay awake. We're going to put this on and we're going to enjoy it like millions of other people do. And let me tell you this, right? We put it on, people. We put it on. And we didn't make it. The opening titles had barely started. I looked over, she'd gone. She'd gone down like this, bang! Execution style, like this. Just a drawstring bridge of drool connecting a chin to a chest like that. And honestly, all I see for the next 8 hours, just like her head just rocking back and forth like this. Just this. This is what you see. This at the corner of your eye, this. 2 hours of that. Like that. Just frightening herself like that. Go to bed. No, it will only wake me up. I'm all relaxed here. Although you don't look it, love. You look like the last moments of JFK. Just constantly. It's unbelievable. Oh, she'll be in. If we watch a box set, she'd be in a neck brace. Here you go. Oh yes, someone said it's date night. Who's looking after the kids? Interesting, Simon. They're inside being groomed on Minecraft, my friend. They are inside. This is terrible. I mean, this is pretty feral parenting. Mummy and Daddy are going into the shed. I love the way my children, though, are so used to my mental life and stupid job. I said to him, Daddy's off in the shed to talk absolute bollocks. Down a webcam, and Mummy's got to sit on the floor and laugh along. And you're not there. Yeah, whatever you need to do, Daddy. Whatever you need to do, mate, to keep this roof over our heads, you do it. But it is a worrying thing. I'm going to be honest with you. We've got 2 kids, right? They've got Olivia, she's 9, Sophia's 4, right? That's a big.
Oh, you have to think about that.
I did have to think. Well, it's a big age gap, isn't it? And I agree, it's not ideal, right? It's 5 years. We're only going to have 1, but then I became a comedian, and I realised that I need my parenting material to work just a little bit longer. So it wasn't to extend the family, it was to extend our overdraft, is what I'm saying. But here's the thing, like, you're not doing any of them sound effects either. Don't do one now, though. No, I mean, are you following this? You're doodling.
No, I'll do one.
Give me some feedback on the thing. Don't go.
listen.
Go on.
Listen. Oh.
Oh my God, this is an anticlimax. That was a crescendo. Oh, I quite like that. I quite like that. Right, stop it now. It's annoying, isn't it? That. But there's a lot of hysteria. They do play on games a lot. There's hysteria about technology, especially. Oh, yeah, don't play me back. Oh, listen to the. We're going to have to sack the tech. Started playing me back. I'm dropping numbers. Who's checking out then? Someone said it's bin day tomorrow. Thank you, Helen Portman. I won't forget. You're looking at a man who had to run out in his wife's leopard print dressing gown, chasing a bin man down with like some sort of urban Tarzan. I won't forget that, mate. But there's a lot of hysteria about the technology, the screen time, especially when it comes to our kids, right? And the ministers, they issued a bucket list to primary schools of things children should do before they reach the age of 10, right? Light fires, tend to a vegetable patch, sleep under canvas, learn how to sew. How bad is Brexit going to be, man? I mean, these are kids. That sounds like the Hunger Games, doesn't it? What's next? Build a bunker and be suspicious of the Germans? But when she's not watching telly, she's making slime, is our daughter. This is an industry now. We have ingredients delivered to the house. Big vats of PVA glue, starch. I won't be surprised if we're on the terrorist watch list. I've got an itinerary that would make ISIS blush in my shed. Where is she? The other thing as well is all that slime does, all I can see that does, love, is just collect pubes. That's it. She starts off on day one. She's got she starts off. She's got a malleable toy. By the end of it, it looks like some sort of weird coconut. And everything she does is online. Like they watch like this video here, right? I really appreciate people tuning in here, right? 23,000 on that first one is the most I've ever had, right? Can I just tell you that? And it was an amazing moment, and people are coming back. The hardcore few and the ones that realise that we're in for the long haul, and you're watching me suffer now. So thank you, you absolute sadists. But here's the thing, right? YouTube is an industry for that generation, isn't there? Like, I caught last week, because I do all this, I put stuff out, and I really care about what I do, and I put a lot of effort in, and my daughter the other week, she was watching a video, right, online, of a child in America unboxing some My Little Ponies, and it had got 45 million views. What is the point, man? Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech currently stands at 9.5 million. What is this? Well, I mean, I think, right, because I said to her, I said, listen, Olivia, I said, this is all very well and good. She's 11-year-old, 45 million views. I said, well, this is not an industry. This is coming from a comedian, by the way. I said, this isn't, what's going to happen with her future? Yeah, what's going to happen? What career is she going to have when all this fuss dies down? She said, I've done maths, Daddy. She retired at 13. Unbelievable. I think they should do an adult version of those unboxing videos. Do you know, like a man in Wigan unwrapping a power drill or something? Do you know what I mean? Someone unwrapping a pie and chips really slowly. A pensioner trying to open an instant cash ISA. Just 15 minutes of them on the phone going, I don't know my mother's maiden name. What do you mean, password? I'd probably watch that. Oh, God. Right, here we go. And I just want to say as well, doing this, like, people have been watching, everyone's watching. Someone's here. Yeah, I like that. Fantastic. Some brilliant comments there. Thank you, guys. Keep them coming. I've noticed with the things, right, with... I'm not very cool. This is the coolest thing I sort of do, this job and that, you know, like... and I've noticed that... I'm getting left behind. You mentioned this Star Trek thing. Whoever mentioned that, you're quite right. This is a cry for help. I'm trying to stay fashionable, but it's not working. You know, and I think I look at some of these kids, like this generation now. It leaves me behind the fashion. Like the one that bothers me: holes in the earlobes. Have we seen this? The holes, they call them flesh tunnels. Now, what is? I just don't get it. It makes your face look like a camping ground sheet. I don't know whether to talk to him or peg him down. I mean, what is that going to look like when they're 80? That's it. I suppose it gives somewhere for a nurse to hang a drip. I think that's that's what it is. They've got their own onboard cable management. They're ahead of the game. But if you've got those in, I don't think anyone ever listens to you. That's the thing. Because I think it's too distracting. I remember talking to these people, and all I'm doing is I'm just staring. I'm just staring through the holes in their heads like that, just mesmerised by it. And every time people moved in the background through those holes, looks like the opening titles to a James Bond film. I'm just... What do I think? I think I just want to watch Moonraker. That's what I want to watch. So, and there's going to the younger generation of today are going to be in the old folks' homes of tomorrow. It's going to look weird. There's going to be an old man in the bay window in a wheelchair with sleeve tattoos, vaping. And a district nurse will come over to him like that. She'll say, excuse me, love. Jordan, an actual and there'll probably be 4 of them. Grandad Jordans. Granddads are called Keith and Terry, aren't they? Grandad, come on kids, we'll have to see your Grandad Jordan. All right, where is he, Mum? Down the skate park with Uncle Blake and Grandma Mercedes. Is that where he is? It's absolute nonsense, isn't it? Jordan, turn down Stormzy, listen to me. Come on, love, chop, your drone's here to take you for a walk. It's just ridiculous. And this generation, everything they say at the moment is different, like cheeky. Everything they say is like cheeky pint, cheeky Nando's. That's I mean, this is the thing. That's crept into society now. Cheeky is a thing. I was in the supermarket recently. I walked past an advert. It said, "Hey, why not try Helena's new cheeky tortilla quiche?" How can a quiche be cheeky? The only way that will make sense if you walk past the quiche, it whistled you back over, lifted up its skirt, blew you a kiss and said, "Don't tell anyone. I'm actually a flan." It's nonsense, mate. And I'm chronically uncool. I am chronically uncool. You're looking at a comedian, right, who was offered warm-up work for Engelbert Humberdinck. The 82-year-old crooner, Engelbert Humberdinck. What is a comedian doing on that bill? Seriously, that is like a tap dancer opening for the Wu-Tang Clan. Seriously. But I did it. Christ, I did it. What was I doing? And that gig went as well as you're thinking it did. A strange, stunned silence punctuated by the faint whistle of hearing aids. You have never seen true disappointment till you've stared into the eyes of 3,000 pensioners who are expecting you to sing at any point. And you never do. Do you know that? I was like the physical embodiment of all the grandsons that had let them down over the years. They hated me. I'm doing it again next year. I need to earn this money back. So, speaking of cool older people, we have reached the point in the show where we're going to ring my mum and dad. Mags and Ryan. And people have said to me, what do they look like? Can you picture them? Well, let the mystery be no more, people of the internet. Because here we are. Here we go, baby. Here is Roy and Mags. Look at those two. Absolute beauties. I mean, I say Roy and Mags. That looks like a Mexican drug lord and Colonel Gaddafi. Look at that. My mum's even looking to the left for the sniffer dogs. Look. Oh. Absolutely. Look at that. Look at the perm. She was a hairdresser. Look at my dad's tash. I don't know if you've ever seen him before. If you watched a lot of 70s erotica, you might have done. He came to... I can't do it. I couldn't do it. That sounded like a dolphin. He came to mend a washing machine once on screen, that man. And I've been looking through the family album, right? And here's an interesting thing, right? Here we go, right? Listen to this, right? I look through family albums, right? And I want you to just look at these photos of me, right? That's me as a little baby, right? Now look, that's me as a little baby. Okay, everyone. Drink that in. That's Scotty B as a little baby, right? That's Scotty B as a 8-year-old child. Now I don't know if you're spotting a common thread in these photos, but let me show you the next one. Here's me. Here's me as a 10-year-old child. And another. I don't know if can you spot anyone spotting the thread coming through here, right? And here's me, my first day of high school. Again, anyone else spotting? Not just me. Here we go. Look, Who's this? It's Mags with a new perm, but look! Vehicles! Every photo had a vehicle. This wasn't... I get the feeling that we weren't my dad's prime focus. Look, every single one with a car in. It does explain that family photo shoot on the M1. It really does. Here we go, right. Gosh, she's sitting behind me, Rob. She's here, I can hear her. Right, so here we go. Gemma, prime the phone, my darling.
We're ready.
We're going to speak to Mags and Roy. I think my dad's had a bit of sciatica this week. Bless him. He's been... I don't know what he's been doing. You need to be louder than that, yeah.
Poor Roy.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hello, Mum.
Woo!
I just freaked out.
Come on.
She's shocked.
How are you shocked? This is every week. The same time.
Out with you.
Why have you fallen out with me?
Not because of me flipping horrible photos.
Oh, you look beautiful, Mum.
Gorgeous.
You look like a drug runner. You look like a Colombian gangster.
I told my dad that this was the photo you would use. I know your mind so well.
You've seen that photo before. You've got that one up. Listen.
I know it. I've got it up at all.
Wait,
I knew you did
I've-
that, but it's so horrible. Anyway, I'm going to put your dad on.
How are you doing? You all right?
Yes, I'm fine. That was very good. I had a good laugh at you.
It's still live, Mum, so let's keep the feedback. Wait a minute.
I'll just give it to you, Dad.
Yeah, go on then.
Just give
Oh,
it to you,
Gemma.
Come on. Give me Dad on. Come on, Royston.
Hello there.
Yay! It's the man with the ukulele. How you doing, Dad?
We've just been watching Garden Rescue.
You've been watching Garden Rescue.
Ah, slam.
Fantastic, Dad. How was it?
It's been quite good. Yeah, she's been trimming the conifers.
How's your sciatica?
Down one side.
Oh.
No, I thought that was a plant. I thought it had started to bloom.
You know, you have to live with these things, don't you?
You do.
Yeah,
love.
come on then. Let's what you've got for us this week, Dad. We're going to play out the show now.
Right. Well, this song we've got that we're doing is a Johnny Cash one,
Yeah.
and it's called probably where we're all going to end up. Folsom Prison Blues.
Oh, it's a classic,
love
Dad.
it.
He actually went in
Like that
and
one.
he actually went into the prison and played that for the prisoners. Do you know that?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, his mother tried to get into Arley today, but they won't.
I was going to say you could do this down the old folks' homes when this later, you know, they're a captive audience.
Well, they can't get out, can they, when they put locks on doors?
Go on then. Let's hear this Folsom Prison Brews.
Right, are you ready?
We're ready.
Okay, here we go. Here's a train a-comin', rolling round a bend. I ain't seen it run Jackson. I don't know where I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. I'm just standing on.
Come closer to the phone.
Well, that train keeps rolling down the sand.
Come closer to the phone. Lovely stuff. Should we tell him it's stopped? This is the only thing on the internet right now. Yay! Well done, guys. That was incredible. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, it sounded lovely. You've got to start coming closer to the phone. Where have you got the phone? In someone else's house?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we need to get you louder because people are going, we'd love it, but we just want it louder.
Well, your mother can't get much closer. She's got a lip stuck to the phone.
You need to have your phone louder, but yeah, it's perfect. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Right.
Well done,
What are you
lads.
doing now then after this?
I'm going to finish watching Garden Rescue.
Garden Rescue. Oh, Dad, I want to say as well, right, because there's been a few... we need a little bit of... What have you done as a hobby? What are you doing in self-isolation as a hobby? People are buying jigsaws, Lego, playing the guitar. What's been your hobby?
Well, we've been trying to get some cheesecake.
That's an actual full-time job.
Well, we're struggling at the moment, but we're down to last half a dozen, and your mother's having to cook down. She can only have half of one a day.
Oh, no. All right, Dad. Well, we'll love you and leave you. I think the stream momentarily went down there, but don't worry about it, everyone.
Well,
You
okay.
can easily top of your back.
We're still on. I need to get used to this playing to a camera. Basically, Gemma says everyone's been looking at my back for about 15 minutes. Oh, so yes. Anyway, thank you, Dad. We love you loads. Say bye-bye, everyone. So see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Looks like you came up for air.
Give a big... It's like I've come up for air now. Give a big round of applause. No, with the little gadget. She bought that £3 on an app.
Oh, for God's sake.
This is what I'm saying. The technical.
I'm under pressure.
Come on, just do us a big round of applause. Come on.
Woo.
We should have done this in rehearsal.
Hang on.
Yeah, Jimmy Cranky loves that. Cranky's like that one. In Bob Carroll G's. Big round of applause for Bob Carroll. Right, enough now. Yeah, let's end that now. Oh. Right, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and people out there, thank you so much for watching. I think it's been a bit up and down the internet tonight. It's been a bit, the connection issues, I think we've had a little bit of connection issues, but everyone seems to be watching, so we're all right, we're good. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for watching as usual.